Hello boys and girls, this is Mars and we are waking it, and I am tailing some scientists on the Mars and you can tail me as I tail them. And the game is growing increasingly complex. We have been through some simple drop and plant activities, then some hazards, then a little disaster in Act 1, I suppose, then going out to the surface, and now safely back in the caves again. Supposedly there's a clock ticking because the suit's life support time is limited, but so far, as much as I have tried to play it before, I have not seen it affect the gameplay, at least not yet. So let's dive right in. What do you know? Chapter 3. Okay, first the familiar activities.
Attention!
Fertile.
This is a type of fertile terrain that is especially beneficial for zoogrowth.
Interesting. How does fertile terrain come to be enriched?
Your inquiry has no currently valid answer. I will create a corresponding objective in the research log.
Whee! Should I like water it, or I'm gonna water it just in case. Okay, I think that was no use. So again, I think it's incredibly... Oh no! You ate my seed! You bastard! What was I going to say? Oh yeah, the sort of meaningful interface thing, so that the game sort of has a legit in-game quality to whoa. So what I was gonna say is that the interface for the player is very neatly tied into the interface for the character. As in as seen in this ow, come on. Okay, don't jumping and talking at the same time don't work apparently. What I meant to say is that all the research notes and all the stuff is tied in to the computer character. no, that's not what I meant. Yeah, that's what I meant. Whoa! Okay, the little bugger already got that one. Okay, so what I want to do here is to plant the green seed here. Not take acid damage. And I'm gonna get to that structure soon enough. But also this one here, so that it hydrates the surroundings. Okay, and now I should start feeding these buggers. This acid shit is making me nervous. Pressure. That looks beautiful. Can I pass through here? Oh, I can. Oink oink. Oh shit. Okay, I would like the yellow seed now. Okay, no such luck. And that is why I should feed the little buggers so that they would yum, so that they would get and be eaten by this guy. Healing is done. I would like to take... No. Good. But I don't think I'm going to plant any more of the juicy plants right now, because I still want to be able to move around here. Hello, this is an artificial structure, if I say so myself.
Is this another Megazoa art?
Yes! We will call them Alveoloparidae. This Megazoa consists of bundled packs of sensitive fibers.
What are the fibers
Broccoli.
sensitive to?
There are several types of fibers. They are activated by carbon dioxide, or nitrogen, or argon, or oxygen, or...
Are these the compounds released by Zoa?
The full list has measurable overlap with compounds released by mature Zoa and Vita. This alveopyrus is currently at its highest activation level.
We should nickname these harvesters then. How do the harvester's fibers behave when activated?
The activated fibers are consuming compounds from the air and converting them into electrochemical energy. This alveopyrus produces a larger quantity of electrochemical energy than it requires for sustenance.
What happens to this surplus electrochemical energy?
It is transferred down the root-like organs to an unknown destination, deep in the cave.
I'm not saying it's aliens, but... Okay. And I think this is where... we're presented with the alternative pathways. So let's go to the bottom at first. If I remember correctly, there were like at least 2 different paths. Uh-oh. These buggers can be dangerous. I have learned that much. But yeah, essentially, this is where I'm not certain that I have fully explored the map. Because I sort of, at least I got paranoid that I have missed some locations, like constantly.
Alert! I have detected a transmission from another camera module, dispossessed
Yay.
by Octo. Here is the image.
Thank you, Art. Do these appear to be life forms to you?
No! They are composed of mineral matter. An exemplary life form is composed of organic matter.
Rock formations in the shape of unknown life forms. I can see why Octo was interested. I would like to examine these up close.
I have marked the source location on your map.
I am being helpful. Okay, actually I wanted to check how many seeds I have. Uh-oh. Okay, shit's gonna get dangerous real fast. This is in the name of science. And so is this. Okay. Hey, why didn't getting bitten get labeled as research? That's like experimentation by participation or something. Okay. Essentially they can be dangerous and they can be distracted if you throw some brain seeds towards them. Okay. I wonder if that rock... if that rock... will drop or move at some point. Uh-oh. Wasting water. This cannot be. Ow. I wonder if I should attempt to plant one more of the water buggers. Oh yeah, this is this very sweet cavern. Okay, I'm going to plant one of the water thingies here. Oh shit. When I was playing last night, I noticed that it's essentially a trap for the seeds. It's sort of they collect here in quite an abundance. Okay. Pull these down before they damage anything. Aha. Okay, I think it's time to plant the juicy baby. Distraction. And no, jetpack. You have a jetpack and some water. Wait, did I just get the one? Okay, here's one for the other one. Uh-oh. I keep forgetting about... There. a snack. Oh yeah, let's play ball. Ow. Yeah, okay, so the jetpack isn't exactly giving me a ton of maneuverability.
Alert! The ground reports an unusual marks produced by all of Octo's appendages, other than those 5 of his appendages not appearing in these marks.
That is worrisome. Could it be that Octo has been damaged? How far can he proceed on just 3 limbs?
His robot form would be capable of inefficient ground movement with 8 appendages, other than those 5 of his appendages not required for inefficient movement.
Okay, so we have received a clue that we should proceed that way. Let me check the map. Okay, so that was the lower pathway, and I'm going back here and check out the upper pathway as well before I go deeper. Yeah, that should be here. Ow, 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 ow. Oh yeah, it's this big shaft or something. Okay, first things first. Pretty cool. I saw one of the... Ow!
I don't know how I'd get a word in edgewise. I would set you to verbose just to see what... Hey, Leon? Where are you? Why is your signal coming out of the smoking crater that used to be the outpost?
Hello, Amani. I have discovered a deep vertical shaft. It must channel my signal all the way up to the surface.
Yeah, sure looks that way. Crazy. Whoa, what's this about Octo?
We found more traces of Octo, but also evidence that his limbs were damaged.
What? I really hope not. That's the absolute worst thing that could... Oh, no, I get it now. No, it's cool. Oh wow, this is great. Octo has a subroutine where he plants 3 feet and extends the other 5 limbs for long-range scanning. This shaft is a perfect place, since it channels signal so well.
I have discovered an unfactual observance. Octo's library includes less than 1 scanning subroutine, which...
That art, always so wacky. Who knows what he means when he talks, right? Back to Octo, there's only a couple of reasons he would scan like that. I wonder which one it is. I'm gonna look into it.
Okay, now I get it. I think she might have done some creative or unauthorized modifications to the road, maybe. Because every information so far seems to indicate that she's into tinkering and that kind of stuff. Okay, let's see. What should I plant where? I'm going to plant one of the water thingies up there, as high as possible. So this way the accidental watering is more likely. No, no, oof, no, that was the wrong one. Okay. Well, high enough. Okay, I'm gonna use up this one and then go after the other one. Oh yeah, I remember this cave now, so I think I know what to do. Uh-oh, wrong again. I just... Okay. Why aren't you growing? Haha! Shit. Ow! Okay, that was not cool. So I was killed by a glitch. I hate when that happens. Haha. Thank you. Yay! Okay. But I planted that thingy. Why didn't it? Okay.
Before you go, Leon, I've been checking out all this data you collected. It's pretty crazy.
There are many mysteries, yes. I may be starting to understand how Left Cavern works.
Art says you like being alone, but if you ever feel like chatting about the cave or whatever, stand still for a moment at the top of this quartz peak. That's where reception is best. We don't have to chat, but I'd like to. I'm curious about what's going through your head.
Okay, but first... Oh, that's a level changer. I am going to stick here for now then. Okay, now the system should be able to sustain itself up to a point. This was the only place where I was able to pick up 11 green seeds. Nowhere else. Okay, first let's go here. maximizing the life here before. Whoa! Check out the upper road once again. Oh, this one was the upper road. Okay, let's go. Broccoli, I say. This one is the lower road, okay. I think I got it now. Ow. And now I'm going to feed the little buggers in the hopes of obtaining some of these seeds. Yes, I will take that. Thank you very much. Actually, I'm going to plant another one. Harass the little buggers so that they would go near the predator. Not mistaken, in this map I also saw the environmental limit to the biomass. Basically, the little buggers actually won't reproduce anymore. They lay eggs, but those eggs don't hatch or hatch into nothing. I would like to take that. Yes, thank you. My evil scheme has worked. Okay. We can now proceed into that shaft. And I'm gonna choose this route. glowing broccoli is here as well. So I'm going to attempt. Whoa! Okay, so this one was clear. What about this side? Here we go. Okay, let's start chatting.
Just before the outpost collapsed, you were saying something like the Cerebrain's purpose is to force us to grow life forms in every chamber?
The Cerebrain have no purpose, Amani. They simply have evolved survival mechanisms that have led to the perpetuation of their species. But they do play that role, and the overall ecosystem benefits from it. Each chamber of Left Cavern is like the cell of a creature, protected and isolated from neighboring chambers until enough life thrives inside. Life then spreads from chamber to chamber. We simply accelerate this process.
Oh, I think they are hinting at some sort of hive organism.
So, what about the harvesters? How do they fit into the Left Cavern ecosystem, do you think?
It is puzzling. They seem symbiotic with the Cerebrain, gathering energy from the life that thrives inside each chamber.
Nerve cells.
I am not clear on what they do with this energy. Perhaps they are part of some larger life form? The Megazord perplex me. Only a fraction of their role can be observed at once. I hope for more clarity once we have found and researched every Megazord.
Okay, next communique. I have to move away from it and then back.
I'm sure you noticed that at a certain depth, the rock became a different type. Lots of new formations, too.
Yes, it's similar to karst rocks on Earth. I'm struck by the fact that those stalactites could not have formed without millennia of flowing water.
And the karst didn't appear until you got just below the former planetary surface. I'll tell you what I think. The Mars we know is covered with basalt, right? But underneath that, it's all like this. Layers of limestone, like on Earth, buried long ago by volcanic activity. So what I'm saying is this cave is from long, long ago. Like, billions of years old. You've gotten deep enough to see what Mars used to be like, long before humans existed. Well, the underground of ancient Mars anyway. I guess we'll never know what it used to be like on the surface.
I know there will be more communiques coming.
Amani, suppose you are right that parts of the cave are left over from an ancient era in Mars history. What would that tell us?
A lot. If the karst rock is really the equivalent of Earth limestone, then that means...
that it is composed of the remnants of marine organisms. Their skeletal fragments piled into deep layers over the millennia.
Exactly. And that means oceans. Super big oceans full of life on the surface of the planet for millions of years. Then when the oceans went away, they left behind this limestone.
There would have been millennia of rain, carving caves from the rock.
There's plenty of evidence that an ocean once covered Mars, but an ocean full of life, a thick atmosphere with regular precipitation? That's a whole new vision of ancient Mars.
And yet the life forms we discovered would have evolved more easily in such an environment. This may be the truth.
Okay. More.
Here's my big question. Suppose ancient Mars really did support life on the surface. Oceans, atmosphere, life forms evolving over time, all that. Why is it such a bare rock today?
Perhaps the atmosphere disappeared first. The rest would soon topple. The oceans would evaporate into space and be subsumed underground. the surface would become cold and blasted with radiation.
Which is pretty much the Mars we see today. So, what happened to the atmosphere? The only reason Earth has an atmosphere is because of its liquid core. Convection of that molten metal creates the magnetic field. And the magnetic field deflects the sun's solar wind, which would otherwise blast Earth's atmosphere into space. See where I'm going with this?
If Mars once had a molten core of significant size, it might have been able to sustain an atmosphere, until that molten core cooled.
At which point the whole planet would have become barren and dead, slowly, over centuries.
Talk some more.
I actually can't think of anything else I'm dying to talk to you about right now.
I am sure more topics will arise as we explore further.
We can just make conversation if you want. People do that, you know.
Time for the awkward small talk. There is some.
So, do you miss home?
I feel a connection with these caverns, the interwoven threads of life, the harmony of purpose. But yes, of course, I will be grateful to return to Earth safely. Do you miss it?
Yeah, I'll be really glad to see my sisters and my mom. I told her you're the one stuck in the cave, but she's such a nervous Nelly. Plus everyone at the GSA.
Oh,
Yes, it will be good to greet our colleagues.
Of course.
Also to have dinner with my brother-in-law's family, who I have not visited with in some time.
Awkward. I think this conversation is going to repeat.
So, how's Art treating you?
Oh, okay.
We are fortunate that he functions at all.
Come on, you don't think it's even just a little bit funny? I mean, it's gotta be nice to have some company, right?
I suppose.
Oh, I guess she programmed him, Art. Oh.
So, you're kind of all the rage on Earth right now. Pretty much the only thing on the news. Will the world's most famous astronaut survive his harrowing ordeal in the Martian cave? Discovery of all this alien life. Makes for pretty good headlines, you gotta admit. I think they're getting sick of dealing with me for information, though. You hate talking to them, and they hate talking to me. Rough. So, do you miss home?
Okay.
I feel a connection, but
Yep.
Yeah, I'll be really glad to see my sister.
yes, it will be good to greet our colleagues. Also to have dinner with my brother-in-law's family, who I have not visited with in some time.
Okay, yeah, so this part, the awkward social part, is going to repeat. I think, yeah, now the only way forward was down there. Since a whole new area waits, I think I'm gonna cut this one short and take another pause. So bye bye for now.